Think you know everything about She Loves You? Think again. Let's dive into 10 fun and lesser-known facts about the Beatles' biggest early hit, with stories you won't find in your average Beatles article. Stick around and test your fan knowledge. Number 1. It all started in a hotel room. Location: Newcastle, June 26, 1963. After a concert, Paul and John wrote "She Loves You" in a hotel room. But the twist? They were inspired by the call-and-response style of Bobby Rydell's "Forget Him." This was the first song where they reversed the perspective. Instead of "I love you," it was "She loves you," a storytelling trick they picked up from the pop songs they admired. 2. The "Yeah, Yeah, Yeah" almost didn't make it. Producer George Martin initially thought the repeated "Yeah, Yeah, Yeah" sounded gimmicky, but John and Paul insisted. Martin later admitted it was one of the most infectious hooks in pop history. Good thing he trusted their instincts. 3. First British single to sell 1 million copies. "She Loves You" became the best-selling UK single of the 1960s, selling over 1.89 million copies. It held that record for nearly 15 years, until Wings' "Mull of Kintyre" came along. Yep, Paul again. 4. Capitol Records passed on it. Capitol, EMI's American branch, refused to release "She Loves You" in 1963. It was left to tiny Swan Records in Philadelphia to take the risk. It flopped at first, until Beatlemania hit full force in early 1964. 5. It was recorded in just 2 takes at EMI Studios. The Beatles nailed the final take in only 2 proper sessions, fast and flawless. Ringo's drumming was spot on, with crisp fills, and George added his now iconic call-and-response guitar line in the choruses. 6. The famous high note, "ooh," came later. That catchy high "ooh" before the chorus wasn't in the original draft. It was added during rehearsal. McCartney suggested it on the spot, and it's now one of the most recognizable vocal hooks of the era. 7. Germany got its own version. The Beatles recorded "Sie liebt dich" for their German fans. It was one of only 2 Beatles songs re-recorded in a different language. Funny thing, they hated doing it and swore never to record in a foreign language again. 8. Banned by the BBC. The line, "She loves you and you know you should be glad," was almost censored by BBC Radio for being too suggestive. In the conservative early 60s, even the word "glad" could raise eyebrows. 9. It influenced Bob Dylan. Dylan reportedly joked that "yeah, yeah, yeah" was the only words they know, but it caught his attention and opened him to writing more accessible lyrics. That spark eventually led to his historic meeting with the Beatles and inspired their turn toward deeper lyrics. 10. The final chord was a surprise ending. Instead of the usual fade-out, "She Loves You" ends on an emphatic 6th chord, unusual and bold. It was a musical wink to their love of show tunes and jazz harmony, and it made sure the song didn't just trail off, it slammed the door. How many of these facts did you already know? Tell us in the comments. And if you learned something new today, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got more rare Beatles gems coming your way.